Right now, the enterprise software market feels like a stampede. Thousands of new vendors are charging at the exact same glowing horizon, pushing products to match the sudden corporate demand for artificial intelligence. And just like we saw companies greenwashing their products to sound eco-friendly, we are now drowning in agent washing. Almost overnight, vendors are labeling basic automation tools as highly autonomous AI agents to capitalize on the hype. This creates a serious dilemma. You know you need to integrate AI to stay competitive, but when you ask for a proposal, you get hit with 20 pages of enterprise jazz hands instead of a clear explanation of how the system actually makes decisions. They sell the illusion of a simple plug-and-play tool, but underneath the marketing buzzwords, these systems are probabilistic. They have to guess, they have to adapt, and balance competing goals in ways standard software never does. Signing a proposal based on these exaggerations binds an organization to a specific vendor's technical architecture and scaling model, long before the real-world performance is actually proven. If AI vendors were honest, proposals would be 3 pages. Page 1, what the technology actually solves. Page 2, where the system demonstrably fails. Page 3, the true, unvarnished cost. Instead, we get 20 pages of fluff to distract you. A clear correlation exists between the length of a pitch and the technical substance of the product. In many cases, proposal length is inversely related to quality. Weak AI solutions hide their lack of actual architecture inside complex GPT-generated paragraphs. For any IT leader evaluating these tools, the ability to translate those buzzwords into technical reality is a mandatory survival skill. This flowchart maps common claims, starting with powered by GPT. The immediate outcome is fast deployment and access to top-tier models. But the trade-off is you're buying a thin wrapper. You become completely vulnerable to their price hikes without gaining proprietary value. This bar chart compares vendor benchmarks to production reality. A proposal often proudly claims 97% accuracy using curated test data. Once you feed the model your messy, unstructured internal data, that accuracy drops to 73% almost immediately. That high initial confidence masks a significant problem. Closing the accuracy gap requires massive, unbudgeted hours of data cleaning to make the tool usable. Vendors also love to pitch the phrase, "no infrastructure required." It sounds like a benefit that reduces your upfront IT overhead to zero. The trade-off is that you forfeit control. You lose the ability to manage the underlying architecture. Once deployed at enterprise scale, that lack of control can lead to punishing usage fees. This waterfall chart maps the true total cost of ownership. License fees are just the tip. The majority hides below in integration, training, and maintenance. When proposals promise unlimited scalability, remember, adding users doesn't lower unit economics. It just means unlimited bills. Chasing convenience up front through a fully hosted AI solution often results in total vendor lock-in and downstream costs that are difficult to forecast. You also have to watch how vendors answer hard questions about downtime. If you ask for their SLA and they reply with something like, "designed for enterprise reliability," they are giving you a vague marketing answer. A real, accountable service level agreement specifies a number, like 99.9% uptime, and explicitly ties any downtime to financial service credits. This flowchart illustrates cascading dependencies. Your enterprise connects to the vendor's application, which relies on a major LLM provider. This creates a legal loophole. If the underlying provider goes down, your system crashes, but the vendor avoids any SLA penalty. This is exactly why many proposals completely omit the most critical details: documented failure scenarios and error recovery plans. Without explicit, measurable accountability for both the vendor and their underlying dependencies, your organization holds all the risk when the system fails. A serious conflict is happening inside organizations. Procurement teams are trying to apply traditional software negotiation tactics to AI contracts, which is a major contributor to blown budgets. This scorecard highlights the disconnect. Traditional software has fixed features and predictable costs. AI relies on probabilistic behaviors, and its capabilities continuously evolve after you sign. Flat-rate licensing rarely applies. Instead, you must plan for usage-based financial models that drive up your monthly spend. If your team is looking for a traditional set-it-and-forget-it tool, you should avoid the AI market entirely. Applying standard software rules to AI usually ensures a failed partnership. Good partners do exist, and you can spot them by looking for a few specific green flags. The first is a vendor who actively admits their system's limitations and tells you exactly which scenarios require a completely different tool. The second green flag is technical transparency. Look for highly specific architecture diagrams that map out dependencies rather than high-level marketing graphics. The third green flag is a vendor willing to push back. If your business requirements don't make sense for the technology, a good partner will explain why, based on what they've learned from previous customer failures. High-quality AI solutions tend to explain their value quickly and clearly. If a vendor needs 20 pages of fluff to explain what they do, they likely don't have a firm grasp on their own product. Trustworthy enterprise AI vendors prioritize technical transparency over marketing perfection. They are the ones willing to discuss the harsh, structured reality of how the technology actually functions in production.